Picture this. You're standing at the edge of a dusty arena, watching a rider gallop around barrels at breakneck speed, their cowboy hat barely staying on their head. Across the field, another rider gracefully soars over a jump, their posture perfect and formal. Both are on horseback, but they might as well be from different worlds. If you're thinking about learning to ride, you've probably wondered which style is right for you. The truth is, choosing between English and Western riding is like choosing between two completely different adventures. Each has its own personality, its own rules, and its own magic. Don't worry, we'll break down everything you need to know in simple terms so you can make the right choice for your riding journey. What makes them so different? Before we dive in, here's the basic idea. Western riding comes from American cowboys who needed to work cattle all day long. English riding comes from European traditions focused on military use and sport. These different backgrounds created two totally different ways of riding. Number 1. Saddles and equipment. The equipment used on horses called tack is totally different between the two styles. When you see a Western saddle, the first thing you'll notice is that horn sticking up in front. Cowboys used it to tie ropes when catching cattle. These saddles are big, comfortable, and designed for riders who might spend 10 hours in the saddle. Think of it like a comfortable armchair that happens to be on a horse. The high back and sides give you something to lean against, and the wide seat spreads your weight out so you don't get sore. English saddles look almost tiny compared to Western ones. There's no horn, the seat is smaller, and everything feels more minimal. This isn't because English riders wanted to be uncomfortable. It's because they needed to move quickly and jump over things. Imagine the difference between a recliner and a racing car seat. The English saddle lets you move with your horse, shift your weight easily, and get out of the way when your horse is jumping. Number 2. Attire. Western riders look like they stepped out of an old cowboy movie. Jeans, boots with heels, plaid shirts, and yes, cowboy hats. This isn't just for show. Cowboys needed clothes that could handle thorns, weather, and long days outside. The boots have heels to keep your feet from sliding through the stirrups. The jeans protect your legs. Even the hat serves a purpose, keeping sun and rain off your face. English riders dress more formally. Think tall boots that shine, fitted pants called breeches, helmets for safety, and tailored jackets. It looks proper and polished, like you're ready for a job interview, if job interviews involve jumping over fences. This style comes from military traditions where looking sharp was just as important as riding well. Number 3. Horse breeds. Western riding typically uses horses that are built like athletes who can run a marathon and then sprint when needed. The American quarter horse is perfect for this. They're calm enough to work cattle all day, but fast enough to chase down a runaway cow. These horses tend to be shorter and more muscular, with the kind of steady personality that won't panic when a rattlesnake crosses the trail. English horses are often taller with longer legs, built more like basketball players than football players. Thoroughbreds are a great example. They're the same horses that run in the Kentucky Derby. They need to be able to gallop for long distances and jump high fences. But don't worry, you don't need a specific breed to ride either style. It's more about finding a horse with the right training and temperament. Number 4. How horses move. This is where things get technical, but we'll keep it simple. Walking is pretty much the same in both styles. 4 beats, nice and steady. The fast walk is where things differ. In Western, it's called a jog, and you sit deep in the saddle. In English, it's called a trot, and you usually bounce up and down with the horse's movement. This is called posting. It's like the difference between sitting in a rocking chair versus bouncing on a trampoline. The faster gait also has different names. Western calls it a lope, smooth and relaxed, like riding in a luxury car. English calls it a canter, more energetic and forward, like riding in a sports car. Number 5. Competition options. Western competitions focus on power and precision. Barrel racing is like NASCAR but with horses. Riders race around a pattern of barrels as fast as possible without knocking them over. It's pure adrenaline. Reining is like dancing with your horse. You guide them through spins, stops, and backing up in precise patterns. Judges score how smooth and controlled everything looks. Trail classes test how well horse and rider work together, navigating obstacles like bridges, gates, and backing through poles. English competitions emphasize grace and athletic ability. Show jumping involves horse and rider jumping over colorful fences in a course. Knock down a rail or refuse a jump, and you lose points. It's like a gymnastics routine for horses. Dressage is often called horse ballet. This involves precise movements and perfect communication between horse and rider. Every step is planned and judged. Cross-country is the ultimate test, galloping across fields and jumping solid obstacles like logs and stone walls. It's not for beginners, but it's incredibly exciting to watch. Number 6. How you actually ride. In Western riding, you hold both reins in one hand, leaving the other free. This comes from cowboys needing a hand free to rope cattle or open gates. You guide the horse more with your weight and leg pressure than by pulling on reins. It's like driving a car, where you mostly use the gas pedal and steering wheel, but barely touch the brakes. English riders use both hands, one on each rein. You're much more active with the reins, constantly communicating with the horse about speed and direction. Your hands, legs, and seat all work together. This is more like playing a video game where you're using multiple controls at once. Number 7. The story behind each style. Western riding grew out of necessity on American ranches. Cowboys needed to work cattle, and everything about the style developed to make that job easier. The horn for roping, the comfortable saddle for long days, the one-handed riding to keep a hand free for work. It's deeply tied to American culture and the image of the frontier. Even today, many Western riders still use their skills for actual ranch work. English riding started in Europe, where it was used by military cavalry and wealthy landowners who hunted foxes. The formal style, the jumping, the precise movements, all of this came from these traditional uses. For a long time, many people considered English riding the proper way to ride, which is why it can seem more formal and traditional. Which style should you choose? Here are some questions to ask yourself. Choose Western if you love the cowboy culture and want to feel connected to American history. If you prefer a more relaxed, comfortable riding position. If you're interested in working with cattle or trail riding. If you like the idea of barrel racing or ranch work. If you want to feel secure and comfortable in the saddle right away. Choose English if you're drawn to the elegance and tradition of classical riding. If you love the idea of jumping or precise movements. If you prefer more active, athletic riding. If you're interested in Olympic-style sports. If you like the formal, polished appearance. Here's something important. Many riders eventually try both styles. The skills you learn in one often help with the other. Some people start with Western because it feels more secure, then move to English for the jumping. Others start with English for the structure, then try Western for the freedom. You don't have to choose one for life, but for starting out, Pick the one that excites you more. If you're dreaming about galloping around barrels or working on a ranch, go Western. If you're imagining yourself jumping fences or performing perfect movements, go English. No matter which style you choose, here's what to expect. Find a good instructor. This is crucial. A good teacher will keep you safe and help you learn properly. Start with lessons. Don't worry about buying equipment right away. Most barns have helmets and will teach you on their horses. Be patient. Riding looks easy, but it takes time to develop balance, coordination, and communication with the horse. Safety first. Always wear a helmet, especially when learning. Horses are big, powerful animals that deserve respect. Both English and Western riding offer incredible experiences with horses. Western gives you that cowboy freedom and connection to American heritage. English offers elegance, precision, and athletic challenges. The most important thing isn't which style you choose, it's that you're about to start an amazing journey with horses. These incredible animals have been human partners for thousands of years, and you're about to join that tradition. So picture yourself in that arena again. Are you the rider galloping around barrels with your hat flying off? Or are you the one gracefully soaring over jumps with perfect form? Either way, you're about to discover why people have been falling in love with horses for centuries. The only question left is, when do you start?